No, I'm not concerned. I think he's progressing. I like to see how much he does tomorrow. He's not ruled out as of yet, so he'll have I'll give him about day 3 to see if he can move into it. If he can't, then we'll make a decision about that.
How concerned do you have to be with the leg injury, just because it's one of those things where you don't want to tweak it?
You're exactly right. That's what I'm saying. So it depends, like I said, on how much the medical staff thinks where he is, if they can give me a good percentage, and it depends on how much he can do, if he can progress past individual drills before we make that decision.
Red Carr's his likely successor?
Greg's been taking reps there as of right now. We'll have to see how that all goes, but Greg right now should be the front runner unless it's Eron or one of those guys.
Is there an injury concern for John Chick, or just the day off?
No, Chick didn't perform the way we wanted to, so we got rid of him. Kidding. Chick went home to take care of some personal matters, and flights got delayed, so he'll be here tomorrow.
In the case of Geroy, are concerns a little elevated when you're talking about a 37-year-old player who had some injury issues last year?
He keeps himself, well-oiled, I'll tell you that. He is getting on up there, but as far as, like I said, if he feels that he's healed, and more so if the medical staff feel that he's healed, we'll go. But we know it'll be something to watch for with his age.
Do you need him out there, though, to get him ready for this? You talk about chemistry. This is the 3 days you have him working with the person. Do you need him out there?
You would like to have him out there to get those together, but, Geroy's been doing it long enough that, and he's caught some passes from Darian in a practice type situation. But as far as the chemistry, I think that'll be a work in progress all year.
What exactly did he do to his leg?
Hurt it.
It's a body injury?
It's a body injury. Come on, Rob, you know better than that.
That's the second time this year I've gotten that.
Yeah.
How much not even regular concern after, like last season, the injury comes and it happens within the first quarter of his first game here?
Yeah, that's always tough. That's the biggest thing you have to worry about. Like I said, I think we'll be smart about the whole situation. Anytime the guy is injured for us, we have a good program of bringing him back, and there's steps that he has to go through. And if he's not through all those phases, then he won't play.
Yesterday you talked about the offensive line and how there was, it's just, they're learning a new system, and, Calgary was playing all their front guys and all that sort of thing. How long does it take, do you think, before guys can get comfortable with the new system?
It better be game 1. No excuses for those guys. They played together, and it's some good teaching things off of that. So, I think we'll do some things, whether it's simplification or doing something to make sure the guys are doing what they need to do. They have a good front over in Edmonton, and our group has to just know that they're facing a very athletic front, and we have to play ball against them.
You talked about Simon and kind of the chemistry getting with Darian Durant, but the chemistry with Weston and Getzlaff with Durant. How important is that, knowing that they've played each other for so long going into a season like this?
Well, that's why it's not so much as a concern, because those guys have always been big targets for Darian. He understands where they are. And, mixing whether it's Taj, Greg Carr, Kier, Geroy, whoever it is in, I think we'll find those guys. But for the most part, we have enough chemistry with the guys that we have here. We just need that extra guy to come in and be solid for us.
Do you think Greg Carr proved enough last year he could have handled the role if you had gotten signed?
I think Greg's done some good things. I think, at some point, like every other player, he has to step up and, be dominant. That's what I'm asking of all the players, to be dominant, not just be a good player or okay player, but dominant.
With this league policy, you're allowed to close 1 practice per week. You're keeping them open this week. Are you going to plan on keeping them open for the rest of the season, or what's your thoughts on it?
Well, my thoughts on that is, last year, we talked about it, BT and I. The biggest thing, what I want to make sure is the practices will be open as long as we're smart about what we're doing as fans. This is our football team, and I know they love the football team, and some others are not able to make it here. We just have to make sure that the information is given. It's not the information that can be used with other teams, but more so Weston looked good today. He ran fast today. Those are the things that they should tweak.
So how they could say Ben Heenan's playing at right tackle? Like, how deep do you want people to get into this?
Well, anything helps. It's not like, you still have to play your opponent. But if there's some things that's out of the norm that they see, I think they're football smart here to understand that we made changes and our opponents don't know we made changes, and we don't need them to know till game time.
So will you monitor the internet to see what's out there?
I have some people on it. And I'll probably hire Murray or even Woodsy, since it's his last day, to get on it. Yeah.
You mentioned, is it important just because it's a community team and how much they love this team that you wanted to kind of make sure that you didn't take that 1 day away from these?
Well, it is our team, and the community should be a part of it, but we had to be smart. It's no different than the YMCA or anything else that the community is a part of. It still has rules in order for it to function properly, and that's the biggest thing. Just a couple of rules that may be added in the seating arrangements where the fans will sit, but we just want to make sure that they're enjoying the whole experience. You know, I don't want to be that guy, but I want to make sure that we are smart about the experience.
Do you go on the internet to look for information on other teams?
I may, sometimes, every now and again.
Do you find it helpful?
No, because we don't post enough. So if the fans wanted to post more about other teams, that would be awesome for me. Yeah.
In the end, though, it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Even if they know what is coming, you know, if it's executed properly, it shouldn't really matter, right?
That's a last day question. Execution is a whole lot better when they don't know what's coming. Okay, so that's how everything works in life. It always is 100% when they don't know what's coming. But at the end of the day, we do have to execute. But if you tell somebody on this play I'm going to run that, then that's probably getting into ego and a little bit into stupidity. The whole part of football is there's some things that's known, but what's on film and the things that are not on film is the things that you have to keep private to give you the upper hand in each game.
So you monitor every week, though, so you could change your mind from week to week?
As far as the practice?
Yeah.
No, I think the fans will be good with it, and I think they'll make the right decision. They'll be smart with it, and we'll just continue to go from there. You know, I don't foresee us having to do that. Like I said, I believe and trust in the fans that they'll make the right decision.
With after the preseason, what did you evaluate the move of Butler and Brackenridge to their respective spots?
You know, I thought they did well. You know, there's always some things to clean up. It's a growing process for both of them, but you know, I think they'll become more comfortable in their positions, and we'll do some things to where you know, they'll definitely become more comfortable in it. But they're good football players, and we have enough good football players to put on the field at one time, and I think that's what will help us be a positive and a good championship type defense.